Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have here Itaal Shur. Applause for him. Great. We have here a real star, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you. You're very kind. We were going to do this yesterday, but you have some things to do. But thank you for having this time for us. And we know that you are a very good songwriter. And I was just listening to a song called To Be Loved.
All right.
I was listening to that on YouTube. It's a great song but let me introduce just for a few people that they don't know. This guy is, well, very good, great songwriter. He's musician. He's from Seattle, Washington. Is that right?
Yeah. No, I'm here right now. I lived most of my life in New York City.
Oh, okay. So, but you co-wrote the song Smooth with Rob Thomas for Carlos Santana. That's right.
Right.
And that was a Grammy winning. So this is one of your most successful works, I suppose. But you have a lot of, you are a producer, you are a musician, you are a songwriter. What projects do you enjoy most in music? Writing or producing or playing?
I would say at the heart of it, I'm just a composer, and I love playing, but I think I love playing. I would say I'm a musician, but I'm more of a composer first, then musician, but I do play well.
Great. I love that, because that means that your creation, your mind works creating beautiful music. So that is right, writing, lyrics, and music. So what does it mean success for you?
Well, that's a big question.
Yeah.
In what, I mean, success is incremental. I mean, so, if you just learn how to play the major scale on the piano, then if you can play another scale, that's success. I mean, every step you take is success, right?
Yeah.
And it keeps moving in life. So I not sure can you give me a little bit more detail about success, and in what way are you talking about?
Well, I mean, in general, success in life, but you're being successful in your career, because this question is more important about your career. So
Okay.
Success in music business, what is success, and how, if you give advice to someone, how they can achieve it, success?
Well, I mean, I'm older, so I grew up in a different music business. It's a totally different time. We had big record companies, and there was more budgets for artists. Now this is a Spotify, YouTube, Instagram world. It's a completely different world, So it depends on what you want. I mean, I think the goal of many people is that they wish to at least make their income from just making their art. That would be the dream, where they don't have to have a second job.
Yeah.
And that was my dream in the beginning. And then the dream, once I did that, I had a bigger dream. And then once I achieved that, I got a bigger dream. So the dream grows. So I think many people want to be able to support themselves from just their art, from what they like to do. But once you become, but to be successful in music, it takes, it's not only about talent, it's about discipline, and it's also a lot about self-promotion.
Yeah.
And it's not, self-promotion is not something that everyone has a talent for. There are some people that are geniuses in music, but they are horrible in self-promotion. And there are many people that are very good at self-promotion, but they're not very talented in music.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, you know, to do that. And then if you want to be a composer, you have to work on a lot of different projects all the time, and you don't know which ones are going to be successful. Hopefully something will become, but if you keep going at it and you keep trying to work with good people and collaborate with as many people as possible, sooner or later, if your talent is good and you write quality music, you will, the opportunities will start growing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. That is very important. So you mean that it has to be with the good you are writing and also with self-promoting, because it has to be in a balance. I think I can be the best songwriter in the world, but if nobody knows my songs, how can I be the best? It's like, if nobody knows it, it's important to have the determination, I think, for the vision and the, you know, the action for doing that job, that work. So you mean that it has to be many things, not just one. Am I correct?
Yeah. Basically, the problem with self-promotion is that in the past, there were always been artists that were good at self-promotion, but in the past, many artists had managers and people that did a lot of the work for them so they could concentrate on the music and then go play on stage. Now, you can't get a manager unless you have like 1 million hits on YouTube. Nobody even wants to be your manager, okay? Because so the problem with being self-promotion is that it's completely a different mind than composing. It's a very external way, and composing is very internal. And they are almost at opposites with each other, you know? There are some people that are very talented but are very shy. There are other
Yeah.
people that, yeah, they're very good at talking to many people, almost like a salesman, very easy, but they're not so talented, you know? And I think our world right now is definitely favors self-promotion over talent, because there's lots of successful people that I would argue are not that talented. But the reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of, everyone can do music now. Everyone can make music. Everyone can have a laptop or an iPad, or even your phone, you can make music. I mean, it's so easy now. Everyone has the same tools. How do you get to be heard? How do you get people to listen to you? And then also I would suggest, especially as composers, you know, that you write with other people. So, you know, I have a theory about your super talent. Your super talent is whatever you do quick. So if you make music fast, then that's your super talent. If you write lyrics fast, that's your super talent. So if whatever you don't have, work with someone else and collaborate, you know, and as far as artists are concerned, I mean, they have to promote themselves a lot and do many shows. It's a full-time job, you know. It's a
Yeah.
full-time job,
Yeah.
because the world's, it has so much information now. Everyone has so much information that you know, you are competing with videos, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. I mean, you're all competing for people's attention now, you know.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. And it's scary, a little
Yeah.
bit scary, but it's very emotional. I mean, very exciting, because it's it's also I was forgetting the word in English. Oh God, I'm forgetting my English. Can you believe it? It's well, well, forget it.
Yo hablo un poquito español. Puedes hablar un poquito.
Oh, great. I mean, it was a meta, un I mean, challenge, reto,
Right.
reto, challenge. Yeah. Well, 1
I mean,
minute for.
there's always been challenges in every era. There's always the challenges. Okay. This era is all about the the virtual, the world. It's all about, but because you have to do double. In the past, you just had to go play on stage and maybe take some photos. That's it. Okay, do some interviews. But now you have to constantly provide content to people. And they want to know everything about you all the time. Uh,
Yeah.
so you have to provide a lot of content and bring people into your world and relate and things like that. So that's why it's kind of a full-time job, more than in the past, because in the past nobody knew about behind the scenes like they do now. Now everyone knows what behind the scenes. People go and you can take the phone and film yourself doing this, doing that, being in the studio, composing, going to the gig, talking to people. Everything is documented now.
Yeah. I was talking a week ago with Benny Facconi, producer. I don't know if you know him.
I think I
So he told me about this music style that is called reggaeton,
right.
that he said that it's very cheap to produce. What do you think about this new model? Well, it's worldwide famous reggaeton. Do you
Right.
like that music style?
A little bit. I'm not a big fan. You hear it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, to be honest, there are a lot of talented musicians out there, but the popular culture, I'm going to give you a great example. When Michael Jackson was the king of pop, you could never deny that this guy was talented. Even if you didn't like popular music, you say, this guy's talented. This guy has a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't take that much talent to be successful. You can make a beat on your phone. You can sing through auto-tune. You can edit everything. Everything is very easy to do. Now, on the other hand, you open up YouTube and you see unbelievable musicians. But why aren't these unbelievable musicians as popular as the simplified, music that we hear? And I think that it depends on what you want in life. If you want to make hit records, then you need to follow whatever's popular. That's just the way it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you do your own thing and maybe you get lucky. Maybe you go viral. Maybe you are yourself, or you stay yourself as an artist and you build a whole creative world of your creativity and your marketing all around you. And you build yourself up as a unique person or band or whatever, and you bring your audience to yourself. You know what I mean? And then you might not be, mainstream like on the radio, but you could bring a lot of people to your shows and a lot of people liking your music, but it's just not going to be on the radio.
Yeah. And I think you can, like you say, this example about Michael Jackson. Everybody knows that he was and he will be a superstar because he was very talented as a songwriter, dancer, singer, everything. So this guy was a genius. So like the Beatles, Michael Jackson. So it's incredible, this kind of genius. Do you think there are few geniuses in the world, or many people talented, that there is no chance for everybody in the world to be at the head of the top?
There's definitely not. Look, you have a modern genius like Jacob Collier. He's a kind of a genius now. And you know him?
I don't remember. No, I don't.
Jacob Collier, he's from England. You should look him up.
Okay.
He's the most amazing genius of our time right now. He's young. He's only like 25. At 15, he put out a video, and then Quincy Jones called him and said he wanted to manage him immediately.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a huge success all around the world, but not on the radio. But he has concerts and he does lectures, and he makes a very good living doing what he does. And he started off just by doing these videos online, and it caught on so much. So he is an example of a modern genius who has used all the technology and modern promotional materials like Instagram and YouTube for his benefit, and has done very well.
And what do you think about, what do you feel when you see street performers, street musicians, and they are very talented? Do you think that is the right place to be in there in the street, or they should be in other place?
I think they should be everywhere.
Yeah.
They should be in the street, in the club, online, everything, all the time. You have to be very hungry if you want success, extremely hungry. No one's going to give it to you. No one. You have to take it.
Absolutely. I agree
So
with
it's
you.
not for everyone, because it's you have to have a lot. You see, you know, American Idol was very interesting because many people go there and no one in their life told them that they're not good. So they get there and they sing horrible. And Simon looks like the bad guy and he says, "You're horrible, go away." But it's the first time that someone said you're not good, right? But when someone really good comes on, Simon says, "I like you. I want
yeah.
you."
Yeah,
You
I
know?
remember that. And sometimes if they are really good, he's standing and doing this or
Exactly.
crying, because he is a guy that he really appreciates talented people.
Exactly.
So,
And so,
yeah.
you know, I mean, there's kind of an idea like now that everyone can be famous, and maybe some can without talent for a little while, but I don't know how long it's going to last. You know, I was thinking the other day that in sports, they are a little bit more honest than in music, because in music, you have auto tune, you have Pro Tools, you have all these programs to help you, even if you don't know how to play or sing, right?
Yeah.
But in sports, you don't have any program. You have to kick the ball. You have to make the goal, you know, I mean, and everybody's watching you. And some people say, oh, they use steroids, but I'm like, yeah, so what? How many drugs do musicians use? You know, so I think on the other hand, there are really talented people now who are truly talented, truly good musicians, and they have to work extra hard to get noticed and to get seen, you know. But I feel like the world should be more about talent. And that's why I was using Michael Jackson. I feel like talent should be on the top and amateurs on the bottom, not talent on the bottom and amateurs on the top.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about, do you feel you are a happy person? What is happiness for you? It has to be with your work, what you are doing now, with your job?
It shifts. Happiness can be a lot of things. I think in the different parts in your life, happiness means different things. I think maybe when you're young and you're focused on success, you're happy when you achieve success. And I think when you're older, you value quality of life and, you know, having love and families and just an overall sense of like bienestar, you know. It's like you don't want so much crazy stuff anymore, you know. But happiness is a strange word. I like to use the word peace more. Like, are you at peace? When things are bad, are you okay? When things are good, are you okay? Because everything always going to change. Nothing stays the same. So when you have good times, remember and enjoy them, because they're not going to last. And when you have bad times, you know, don't become a victim of the bad so much. Remember, it's going to change, and try to stay cool, you know, because a lot of things change, you know. And I think if you can be cool and have peace, even when things are hard, I think that's a happiness. And when you can enjoy what you have for real and not always want more, I think that's happiness too.
Great. For me, you look a very, very smart guy, not just in music, but also what you're sharing with my audience. And but let me ask about this. This is very important because everybody will like to know about Give Me Your Heart, Make It Real, or else forget about it. Well, this is a part of the smooth lyrics. Um, you wrote the lyrics and the music of this beautiful song?
No, I wrote this with Rob Thomas. We wrote it together.
Wow. Congratulations, because I really dance with this. It's beautiful. I like everything of this masterpiece. I really love it. And I think the world really thinks the same. So I think that this is a beautiful work that you did with him. And about uh, these beautiful songs, do you have a favorite band or song, artist, singer, or band in that? Can you tell me what is your favorite or music song?
I don't have a favorite. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's too much good music out there. I don't have a favorite. I mean, I really am open-minded. I have some styles of music that I don't listen to so much anymore. You know, I don't listen to country music so much anymore, or don't listen to a lot of rap music as much anymore. Maybe in the past I listened to more rap music in the past, but not much anymore. But in general, I like music made by good musicians, you know, uh, and with music that has heart and soul and talent, and you know, that is interesting. And so there's many different genres of music I like, you know. So I don't have a favorite, you know. But ultimately, I do like well-written songs. I like songs that can last for many years, that are classic songs, you know, well-written, good songs, you know. And I think those kind of songs last throughout the generations.
Wow, I love it. I like your answer, because I I will answer the same, because it's very hard to answer something that there are a lot of good information with different bands, singers, music styles, and
Yeah.
just number what is your favorite. It's very hard to tell about this,
Yeah.
but I is there something that you haven't done yet that you would like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be doing some new projects sometime soon, but uh, I'm interested in sort of experimenting and coming up with some new music. I've had a lot of success, so I don't really feel like I have to chase success anymore. But I'd like to find some new sounds in music that are interesting. And lately, it's going to be a little bit of an experimentation. Um, I'm also interested in helping new ways of the business of music become more equitable for musicians. Right now, with Spotify and streaming, it's a very unfair world right now. And so I'm working on some things right now with some businesses on building new ways that ultimately will help musicians and in the music world become more equitable for creators.
Um, I would like to thank you very much for this very kind interview.
Okay.
And would you like to tell something else to your Mexican fans, to Latino fans? We know that you are a very talented guy, so thank you very much. And would you like a last advice or something that you would like to share with my audience?
Yeah. First of all, thank you all, and for always being fans. I appreciate that. And I would say the most important thing is always try to be better. Always try to better what you do. If you think you're good, become better. And then when you're better, to become even better. Because remember, there's always going to be someone out there who's better than you, in a sense of don't think that you're the only one. Okay. And because of that, and so that's always every day, just grow and become better, not only in your music, but in your values, in your spirit, and also collaborate with other people, work with other people. Don't try to do everything yourself. If you're good at singing, then find someone who's good at music. If you're good at writing lyrics, find someone who's good at writing melodies. If you're good at making the piano and maybe making chords, find someone who's good at making beats, and work together with people. Don't limit yourself, because if you have a strong talent in one area, don't try to do what you don't do well. Do what you would do well, and then work with other people who do the other part. And then by collaboration, you will see that you can grow a lot faster and make more music and more output. So I would say that, because that's one thing that holds people back until they realize that they can be collaborating. And other than that, remember, music is here not just for money, it's here for our spirits, it's here for our hearts and souls, and it can make people happy and can express all the different emotions in life. And musicians are special. They are like a messenger from the heavens. You know, they were bringing the abstract energy from the universe and translating it into music.
I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love it. I like that what you're saying, because I'm very spiritual too. That's why this channel is called A New Reality, because it's the we have to see the reality with a new vision, with love, with gratitude, with good sense of humor, with all this, with beautiful music, you know. So thank you very much, because you are a gift to the world, and you are an angel sent by God as a person, a great songwriter, and a very smart guy. Thank you very much. And and thank you for in the name of Mexico also.
Okay.
Itaal Shur.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.